Hey guys, Martin Mentor here, back with another video. All right, this video I want to talk about using your box truck business to buy other logistics businesses, trucking businesses. All right, so you're probably wondering, like, what am I talking about? And actually, I touched on this before. I didn't really expound on it in a video maybe about 2 or 3 months ago, but I wanted to revisit it and dedicate a whole video to this concept. Now, this is a concept that I've been using for years. It's just something that I wanted to do. I thought it was cool. And then when I did it the first time, I continued to do it, and I actually had success from doing it. I kind of look at it in my own personal way of like double dipping. All right. So what I'm talking about, using my business to buy other businesses, it's very simple. My business buys stock in other businesses. All right. And I do it specifically with companies that we have some sort of partnership with, or we are contracted with. So for example, and this can only be done with companies that are publicly traded. So for instance, if we're running, let's say, a contract for actually, like when I was doing IKEA through XPO, I bought shares of XPO. All right. If we're dealing with JB Hunt with a contract, I buy shares of JB Hunt. And now that doesn't mean that once the contract is over, whether we leave, whatever happens, that I get rid of these shares. But if I'm doing business with a company and I already don't own shares of that company, I make it my business that my company buys shares of that company. All right. I look at it as a way of double dipping. When I had a U-Haul dealership, I bought U-Haul. This is back when it was $200, $300, $200 going to $300. All right. So this is a way that I consider it double dipping. And, there's a lot of benefits to this. And I'm going to get in some of those benefits. I'm going to make the video really quick because I really don't want to expound on this too deep, because I can. You saw the disclaimer at the beginning of the video. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't recommend you do or don't do this. I'm just telling you my experiences on how my company is able to make money outside of just providing a service for these specific companies. So we're making money for the services that we're providing, but we're also making money on the back end. Now, that doesn't happen every day. Some days these companies are, going in the red. Not every day is a green day. You know what I'm saying? But in the long run, the long play, we're green when we invest in certain companies. Now, there's companies that are logistics companies that I don't deal with, that I also own shares in. Amazon being one of them, done very well in Amazon. Obviously, if you guys that follow the market know that stock split 20-1 back in June, and I reinvested back into that specific company. If you guys watched the live stream from the other day, I spoke on how I own Amazon. I own Amazon. So when I'm critical of a lot of decisions that I disagree with that they make, I'm very vocal about it as a shareholder in that company. All right. So what I want to do now is I want to talk about some of the things that, when you have a box truck company and you're running for some of these publicly traded logistics companies, about some of the positive things about investing in the company that you run for. One is diversification. All right. I don't like to have all my money in one place. All right. I like to diversify. Your money sitting in the bank is fine and it's dandy, but it's really not. It's not doing me anything just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? I talk about this all the time. I like to look at my money like soldiers. All right. So if it's just sitting there dormant in the bank account, it's not doing anything. I like to put my money out to recruit other soldiers. So each dollar is like a soldier. So I put it out there. And the whole purpose of me putting them out there is to bring back and recruit more. All right. More soldiers, which is more dollars. All right. So putting your money into things like the stock market and things of that nature, it's a good way to diversify and bring money in, because that money sitting in the bank, it really isn't working. It's not working. It's not doing anything. So this is a way that the company's money, another way that the company's money is making income for the company, other than actually having people out there doing the physical work. All right. So this is something that you do want to contact your financial advisor before you do. Once again, as a disclaimer, these are just things that I've done and I currently do. When I deal with companies, I just like to own a piece of them. A lot of it is for, ego, what I'm saying? I feel like, I own this company. I own this company. And it is a way, because it could be a day where, let's say Final Mile might be one of those days where, something happens, let's say, and you get a claim. But it also may be, a day where the market, that company is doing good in the market. So I kind of, my losses for the day, actually, that crew that made that mistake in the field and where I might have lost that day, it got made up for and got washed from what we did with that company that day in the market, things of that nature. And then some days, where everything is good and you're winning on both. So I look at it as a double dip day where I made from both ends. I made it out in the field and I made it in the market. I can get into tax advantages, but I feel like that's something that you might want to talk about with your financial advisor. There are tax benefits because you're taxed a little bit different when you are taxes that you have to pay on money that are that's income from actually sales of a service versus money that you have as income that you made that wasn't based around actually a sale of a service. All right, so there's a little bit of a tax differential there. That's something that you probably want to talk to with your financial advisor. I'm not going to go into that in this video. All right, so the whole purpose, like I said, of this video was just to enlighten you on just another way that your box truck business can earn you money. I let the business buy securities. I don't buy them personally for the business. The business can buy the securities in the business name and have their own portfolio. And I have a portfolio of companies that we've contracted with, past and present. It's just something that's like, I don't want to say like a trophy, just something that I wanted to do, and just something cool. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was cool one day and I did it, and I've been doing it since, and by the grace of God, it's worked for me. Some publicly traded logistics companies that you guys might have ran for, currently running for. You got XPO, you got JB Hunt, you got Amazon, and those are just three. The list goes on. You can do your research, do your due diligence, and figure out if the companies that you're running final mile or middle mile for are publicly traded companies. And if you'd like, you can go ahead and invest in them. All right, so that's the video. Just wanted to give you something, guys, to think about. Other opportunities for your company, like I said, to make money. www.boxtruckcourses.com for your one-on-one mentorship with me, Mark the Mentor. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the upcoming videos. I'm out.